This is the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, former TNA X Division champion and former TNA World Tag Team champion, and you are listening to the TNA Cross the Line podcast. Enjoy.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 82 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr., and with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. And Dallas, the era of Callis continues, but this week it's with the X-Cup. It's Team AAA against Team NWA, or better known as Team USA. How excited are you for the second X-Cup?
Honestly, Bob, I'd be a lot more excited if it was a single tournament again. I don't know if I like the team concept that we got going on. And maybe that's just because, I like that there was, a winner of the Super X-Cup. Here, it's like the team. So the team is winning I know this is the America's X-Cup, so it's a little different. So I don't mind that. It's a variation on the idea of the X-Cup. But I kind of want just another, if we're going to do an X-Cup, I'd rather just do another Super X-Cup. Bring in some hot indie guys like they did before, a couple international wrestlers, and use some of the top TNA X Division stars just like they did before, and do that again. And you know what? Maybe they will do that again at some point here in 2004, but not yet.
When I think of a hot indie wrestler, I'm thinking like Chad Collier or Matt Stryker with a unibrow.
Yeah.
Not Juventud or Mr. Aguila, as you like to pronounce it.
No, that's not what I meant. No, see, because you can bring them as the international part.
Oh, okay.
And it's Aguila, I remembered.
Aguila.
Bob, I want to tell you,
Municipal.
Actually, I think a few days, not long after this episode airs, Bob, I was catching up on some AEW Dark, because I'm a fan of Impact Wrestling, AEW. I love it all, except WWE, right? We don't really like that anymore.
Or MLW.
Well, or MLW. Well, I did find out that AEW is going to the Municipal Auditorium in Nashville just a few days after this episode airs.
Oh, really?
And he said it, and I paused it, and I said, I'm going to need to rewind this real quick. And I did. I went, boop, boop, boop. And then I was like, how do you say it? Municipal. The Nashville Municipal Auditorium.
Look at that. AEW teaching Dallas how to pronounce words.
Yeah, I'm going to thank you, Excalibur, for your great shit.
Oh, no.
Shit, it's fucking my other words up. Needless to say, I'm practicing. I'm trying to get better. It's not going to happen. I'm still going to stutter. I'm going to stutter over words and notes today.
I'm sure. I mean, I do it all the time. I stutter over my words pretty much every day of my life.
Yeah, that's what we are. We're human. I'm not a speaker, a public speaker.
Well, I mean, you are.
I guess technically, we
You're
kind of
talking to the masses.
I'm talking to the masses. Everyone who, what do we call our fans, Bob? The liners.
The what?
Our fans are called the liners because we crossed the line.
The liners.
The liners.
God.
I'll think of a better one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the
next week. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah. But yeah, needless to say, Bob, America's X-Cup. We'll see. Bob told me much before we even got to 2004. He's like, Dallas, there's a couple shows that I really fucking don't like, and I don't think this specific one is that. However, that idea has been stuck in my head, and I think of tournaments when I think of things Bob doesn't like, and generally tournaments drive me fucking nuts too. So that's in the back of my head. However, I'll just tell you right now, in my notes, it said that at least the main event of tonight's show is one of the top 5 matches in company history.
Because it's a tape show, so they would know that.
Correct. And so it's a tape show. And so it is said that at least the main event, top 5 matches. And we've seen some bangers. So that alone does have me excited. And I mean, the people we got in it are pretty good. And, we got on our Team NWA, Team USA, Team TNA, whatever you want to call them. Got Chris Sabin, Elix Skipper, Jerry Lynn, and Sonjay Dutt. I mean, that's a pretty damn good team. I don't know if I'd really be complaining with that. I don't even know if there's any of those guys I'd want to swap out. I think it's a pretty damn good team. And then they're going against Team AAA with Abismo Negro, Hector Garza, Juventud Guerrera, and Mr. Aguila. Aguila.
I like how you said that with anger.
I wanted to make sure. Aguila. Yeah.
Aguila.
And of course, Bob, let's not forget that there is 4 singles matches and then 2 tag matches before the 8-man elimination match with all members of the team in the end, the main event of the show. And then they never actually went over the point system with us because there's supposed to be a point system. So I'm assuming we're going to kind of start the show off with that.
They're going to have to, they're going to have to.
They're going to have to do something, but
something.
I guess we'll get there soon.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, really to just clarify this, I told Dallas off the air, this is the type of show where the wrestling will probably be good, but really, no matter the wrestler, for me to have to watch them wrestle on the same night 2 or 3 times kind of drives me nuts. Like for instance, I hate, even on TV, like seeing the same guy wrestle twice. So let's say on AEW, Cody Rhodes is in the opening match. And then he's also in the main event. 2 different matches. It's like, no, I want to see different people.
Well, they just did that with
tournaments are tough for me.
They just did that with Abyss last week. And we're gonna run down. We're gonna run down that momentarily. But I mean, yeah, I don't like that stuff either. I honestly,
if this was a 3-hour show where they had the tournament and like 2 or 3 other matches to break it up, that's probably a little different. But like kind of like what King of the Ring, did for a while there. They would have like a world title match still and all this stuff. But this is literally just going to be a tournament.
Right. And didn't they do? I'm blanking a little bit here. I was going to try to look it up quick before I sounded stupid when I said it here, but I can't find it fast enough. But when they did the Wednesday Bloody Wednesday, didn't they do something like that? Wasn't the rest of the card? Yeah, see? Yes, I knew it. It was at the last Super X-Cup from August 20th, 2003. The main event was a different match. It was the Wednesday Bloody Wednesday steel cage match.
Wait, so when we had the War Games match, we had the X-Cup, that same show that we had to watch?
Right, and the opening match featured Mad Mikey and Laz. So we had a couple different matches.
So
we kind of bookended the show, and then in between were all the quarterfinal and, technically first round and the finals and everything. So they were all like sandwiched between 2 things.
Yeah, because at least with that, I'm looking forward to the War Games.
Well, yeah, there's something else to look forward to. It's like, okay, after the tournament, we got like the War Games match. This show doesn't have that.
Unfortunately.
But, we can't all have what we want. And which
can't always get.
Because you know what? If we did get what we wanted, then Raven would have won the NWA title. Almost a year ago at this point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, about 10 months ago.
But yeah, so basically what me and Bob are going to be doing, as Bob mentioned, we're going to be seeing a lot of the same guys. So we are saving most, if not, I would say probably 90% of our notes for during the show. So it's going to be a little bit different this week. We're going to touch base quickly on last week, and then we're going to get right to this. We're going to watch it. And then we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. And I'm just going to set the teaser up now, Bob. If you thought the rumors of people coming in last week and the matches last week were good, I got more of that. I got more rumors of people who are coming in, including someone who is set to debut next week on February 18th.
Like legitimate debut, like staying?
It seems that way. They are set for a storyline. And it's, I don't think you're going to be able to guess them. But we'll talk about that more during the show.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll tease you, and I'll be like, "Okay, Bob, it's time." Yes. So we'll get there. So let's run down the card last week, and just touch base quickly on that, and then we're gonna watch the America's X Cup, the first one. So Bob, we can't forget the Insane Clown Posse was there last week. That was exciting, and they ended up defeating David Young and Glenn Gilberti in the opening match, which was surprising since everyone's there. And don't forget, later in the show, they pretty much said that they're ready to wrestle again. So they ain't going away anytime soon, it seems.
They're coming for that tag team gold.
I would not be surprised if they did that.
Could you imagine if they won the tag team title?
The thing is, I think I could. I could see them doing it.
I mean, it might not hurt in terms of like drawing the crowd, because like then the Juggalos could be like, "Oh, our guys are tag champs, so we got to be here every week."
Right. I think it'd actually be a really smart move. In fact, I think that's who I probably, you know what? That red shirt security should have been trying to throw the Insane Clown Posse like out of the arena to then lead to a freaking title match, and then the red shirts could have lost to the super over Insane Clown Posse.
Why is that a genius idea?
Wow.
Have the red shirts actually try to do their job.
Right, be security.
Be security and get the unruly crowd out of the arena.
Damn it, that's so annoying that they didn't do that.
Missed opportunity.
Right. Anyways, Sonny Siaki defeated Kid Cash. That happened. And then Trinity was involved in that whole situation as well. Abyss, in his first match of the night, as we already mentioned, defeated El Leon by disqualification. Still don't have him unmasked yet.
No, we've been teasing it, but not
In fact, and we can't forget, actually, kind of going through some of these, it was like if Siaki lost, he had to sign with Jarrett. So remember, if they disobeyed their contract status, then they were fired, or their contract, whatever. Then
it wasn't that he would sign. It would be like he'd be fired, right?
Was he fired if he lost?
A breach. Yeah, because it would be like a
breach. The breach. Okay, so his was he was going to get fired. Most of them is like you're going to get fired. El Leon was like you're going to get unmasked. Then the Gathering, CM Punk and De Niro defeated Sandman and making his debut in the TNA Asylum after a long rumors. Terry Funk. Just kind of a weird spot to put Terry Funk in. But, there he is. He lost the match. Abyss and AJ Styles defeated the Red Shirt Security to become the new NWA Tag Team Champions after essentially the match turned into a handicap match, so Abyss really didn't do anything because El Leon came out and they started brawling into the crowd and they kind of disappeared. So Styles, technically, was the one who wrestled the entire match. And then Jeff Jarrett had to defend his NWA World Heavyweight title against a mystery opponent. And that mystery opponent, Bob, was Dustin Rhodes.
The Natural.
They call him
the
Natural.
Call him the Natural. Natural!
Yeah.
Good song.
Yeah, it is a really good song. So that was kind of exciting that Dustin Rhodes was there. It was not a good match.
No.
It was so bad that Cage Match doesn't even have a time for the match listed.
I wonder if they don't even know when it technically started.
It very well could be. And then we can't forget the breaking news at the end where there's going to be a new NWA authority figure named, even though they just got rid of them. Although, I think I have a feeling now why that might be happening. But, Bob, you're going to have to stay tuned during the show to find out why.
Oh, great.
Wait. It's actually pretty interesting. It's one of the more interesting things that's going down this week.
Oh, okay.
So me and Bob, Bob was more in the middle. Last week, I enjoyed the show. I didn't think it was bad, so I gave it a thumbs up. Bob was more in the middle, which I totally understand. And he almost talked me into it. But I said, damn it, Bob, that 2 hours went by so fast, I just had to give it a thumbs up.
And to be fair, the last several, I would even maybe say since we started 04.
Yeah.
Flying by, seems like. And I'm hopeful that this week as well, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So, Bob, where do you think that the readers of the Observer were at with that show?
I think they're going to say thumbs down.
Yeah, they did. Well, as Dave says, the February 4th pay-per-view was a bomb. They had 0 thumbs up, 94.1% in the down, and then 5.9% in the middle.
Isn't that like 2 weeks in a row where it's been heavily down?
Yes, I believe last week was also more down like that. But
Yeah.
0 up, nothing. That makes me look like an idiot. But you know what? I thought it was a fun show. So
That just makes you a TNA, like a delusional TNA fan.
no, because I've said some are down. I know a bad show when I see a bad show.
I don't know if that's accurate.
Well, and he's saying that we're even getting thumbs down for the most hardcore of supporters. So,
I mean, maybe that's what the crazy thing is about like doing this type of podcast. That in 2004, this show was panned, but then you watch it again, 18 years later.
right.
It could very well change. Just like I'm sure when I wrote my written review out in Wrestling Recaps, I'm sure I hated things more than maybe I like them now.
Oh, right. I'm sure you shit all over it. I mean, that's.
I'm sure I did.
Well, speaking of shit, well, I guess the opposite of that. What was voted on as the best match, Bob?
I will say that they went with Abyss and AJ against the Red Shirts.
Yes, they did. Although Dave's considering that a handicap match, which it technically was.
Well, yeah, it was.
And what about for the worst match?
Jarrett and Dustin.
No.
The Gathering against Funk and Sandman.
Nope. It was
Insane Clown Posse.
The
against
Insane
David Young
Clown
and
Posse versus David Young. Yep.
I was really
got it.
trying to avoid that one, but they drew the house. How could they have the worst match? That makes no sense.
Well, right. And then second place was Abyss versus El Leon. So.
Well, that's true because they got gassed like pretty quick.
Right. And I just want to reiterate because it says it again right here. This show is said to be very good. It is pre-taped, as we've already mentioned. Said to be very good, and I already mentioned the note about one of the 5 best matches in history are going to be happening tonight.
No, it's crazy that you mentioned that because I feel as if I've never heard that match when it comes to the conversations of the greatest, like some of the greatest TNA matches. So
Me either.
Could this be considered like a hidden gem of sorts? I don't know.
Right, I agree. I'd just like to add real quick that Bob's Wrestling Recap's final thought isn't as negative as I was going to think about last week's show. Because there's some weeks where you're like, skippable, really dull show. This one actually is not as negative about that. So if you want to check that out, go to WrestlingRecaps.com. If you want to skip right to the good shit, WrestlingRecaps.com/TNA.
There you go.
Anyways, last week's show drew 1,200 fans, largely again due to the ICP being there. A lot of them paid this time though, as we had estimates from the lines that it looked about 40 to 45% paid this week, which is a much higher ratio than normal. So that's good. And as we mentioned, Terry Funk made his debut, and as Dave says, it was sadly uneventful. Funk should have done a month's worth of promos to build up to his debut in a major program. Instead, he was Sandman's partner of the week, as De Niro and Punk won in 5 minutes and 4 seconds. And apparently that, at least for now, is considered the end of Sandman, because he hadn't looked good at all on this run. And they're saying that this is setting up for Funk and Raven versus De Niro and Punk. Gee, I got a stutter over that. For the February 18th show, which we have said before is Raven's return.
Right. I'm not really sure if I agree with Funk needing to have done a month's worth of promos
to build his debut.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily see Funk. I mean, that makes it seem like as if Funk should be coming in as a main eventer.
Right, and I feel like maybe at this point people are still kind of feeling like that should be the case.
The only way you do that is if it's a one-off with Jarrett, and then maybe you could keep him as like a low mid-card guy, but like his one match with Jarrett just to keep with that trend.
Right. Yep, I agree.
Because I mean, how old? He's got to be fucking
at this point.
Pretty old at this point. I mean, he's always looked as if.
Actually, does it say here? Oh yeah, it literally says right here that he legit turned 60 this summer. So he's 59 at the time of this match.
So that's just incredible.
Well, and kind of bouncing off of that, there was talk of that Funk versus Raven feud. So they're saying that it wouldn't shock Dave to see Funk turn on Raven if Funk has agreed to stay on for a little bit. And the decision was made, and quite frankly, probably the right one, to not talk about Funk's age, which we are discussing right now.
Right, yeah.
And this is it's funny, but kind of silly too. In the middle of the match, on the Spanish commentary, Armando Quintero turned to Antonio Pena out of nowhere and just goes, quote, "Are there wrestlers in Mexico who have overstayed their welcome?"
When was this?
During the Terry Funk's match, essentially.
Oh my God.
And he goes on to essentially say yes and then start naming people. So, which I think is kind of funny.
That's amazing.
So the tag titles, which were established earlier in the show as meaning nothing, ended up with AJ and Abyss, ending the 1 week reign of Northcutt and Legend, which is like super disappointing. Like I was shocked that they won, but for a week, that's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, I think I get it. Transitional champions. I mean, I don't think the red shirts are.
Listen, I didn't expect them to have it for long, but a week is pretty nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The theme music and everything really gives me Right to Censor vibes.
Yeah, I get that.
Not that they're trying to censor anybody, but
not anymore.
And Right to Censor for the most part, they were like transitional champions too. I'm pretty sure. So it kind of fits into that for me.
Okay, fair enough.
And like I said, I'm a fan of Northcutt. So I would anticipate, as I am maneuvering my shit here, maybe taking Northcutt off TV for a little while. And
yeah, I think that's probably a safe. And then bring him back as himself again.
Yeah, and like give him a push from like that vantage point. I think he would do well. He might need a manager or something, but I think he would do. I think he could be a good monster.
Yeah, I agree. He came in wicked strong against Jarrett, I thought.
Northcutt did? Oh,
sorry. I was thinking of Legend. Sorry, getting a mix up. Legend. Yeah. Northcutt could definitely be like more monster, but Legend came in pretty strong though.
I thought, I think Legend came in pretty well too, and then they just kind of watered him down.
Yeah. James Storm was back last week. He wrestled on Explosion after that shoulder neck injury. After Eric Watts lost his power, he was fired. He was back, and they did that, as Dave says, terrible skit where Goldilocks basically said how she faked all her orgasms and got more pleasure out of pleasuring herself. And it was a very odd segment, but, it happened.
Well, to be fair, I could never really picture Eric Watts making a woman or orgasm. So.
Whoa, okay. We're shooting from the hip.
We're shooting, baby.
Yep, Dustin Rhodes was there. We knew that already. Thomas T. Stenenbaum, who plays the role of Jarrett's hotshot lawyer, made his debut in person last week as well. He actually is someone. We didn't know who he was, but he was an old Memphis manager, Ernest Angel.
You know what? I fucking knew it. It's so funny you say that because I was reviewing. Oh my God, it pisses me off. Oh, okay. I knew I had seen that face before, and I was reviewing. I'm such a loser with the amount of stuff I fucking watch, but I was reviewing Memphis '88, and fucking brother Ernest was on there with Brickhouse Brown.
Dude,
and I knew I had seen that face before. That's crazy. That is amazing.
Now you know.
Wow.
And so Bob probably knows a little bit more than probably most of our listeners, or I knew. But he caused a lot of controversy more than 10 years ago when he did this like really religious gimmick on the circuit where he used a loaded Bible as a foreign object. And he says he was pretty good then, but that was a lot because in real life, it was kind of relating, with the religious stuff. So he understood the gimmick. He looked to be nervous playing a lawyer, and it didn't come off well, as Dave says. But to me, I thought that was kind of part of it, to be honest. But
I mean, he did look nervous, but I mean, wouldn't a lawyer look to be nervous? But he's not going to be comfortable. I would hope like a lawyer wouldn't be comfortable just in front of 1,200 people talking like that or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't think I've seen. They said it was like 10 years ago, so.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't have a date or anything, but.
Okay, because like I said, I'm only in like '88, and I don't remember there being a loaded Bible. He just would like scam people.
Oh, okay.
So far, he'd like donate your money to the cause. Like one of those things.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
But that's crazy. Like I knew it. Even like the voice on the phone, I was like, that does sound.
That's so
like
funny.
A voice I've heard before. But I would never have connected it to Brother Ernest. There's no fucking way. Like, I'm not that familiar with the guy.
Well, you are now.
Now I am.
Bob, that's all the notes I got that we're talking about pre-show here. Besides, I'm going to say Explosion real quick, which technically we're just covering our bases because I'm pretty sure we've talked about all these matches before. But we're going to cover our bases once again. And then we're going to get into the show. So like I said, short, sweet, to the point. And we got a lot of good shit to talk about during the show. So don't think there's nothing exciting going on this week. There is. So according to Cage Match, Explosion number 66, it was taped, I think, over multiple days. This lists it as the same day as the show, which is obviously incorrect. But it aired on February 14th, 2004, and it featured these 3 matches. The 3-man, all 3 of them, 3 Life Crew, defeated Brad Bradley, Gabriel, and Roderick Strong. There's a tag team match between Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond, defeating Jared Steele and Masada. And then in the main event, Michael Shane and Shane Douglas with Tracy defeated Bart Sawyer and David Young.
Well, I'm actually cool that Roderick Strong was on there.
Right, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
But that's it. That's what I got.
All right, well, it's time, folks, for the February 11th, 2004 edition of NWA-TNA Weekly Pay-Per-View. It's the fucking X-Cup. Or at least like part 1, or part 2, I guess, of it. Part 1. For this format.
Yeah.
If you want to watch along, head over to Impact Plus, or maybe it's in your own personal collection, and you can watch that way as well. Or, hey, just listen to us, and we'll keep you updated, save you maybe an hour and 52 minutes and 45 seconds. We'll see. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say play, hit that play button. You don't have to worry about us. There will be no ads. So you won't have to pause it and wait or fast forward and try to find your spot. You're good.
We're good to go.
We're ad-free without a Patreon. So don't worry. 3, 2, 1, play.
Wow, we're starting off hot with the video package here. Dude, there he is, dude.
That's going to piss me off that I
Brother Ernest
didn't connect it. Because now all I see is Brother Ernest, and it's fucking driving me nuts.
I like that they keep using old people, like Sarah Lee, who's like an old wrestler, and
yeah, I like that they're using older Memphis people.
Cortica Joe, he made his appearance.
Cortica Joe,
her husband. I don't know. I like that stuff, and they're using them in ways that, I mean, they eventually told us about Sarah Lee and stuff like that, but not at first. And it's like, oh, that's like the old ticket lady. Well, I feel bad for her. And then eventually they tell you she's an NWA legend, wrestled in the area and stuff. It's like, what? So I like that. I think that's really cool.
Sarah Lee used to kick ass, so it's fine. And then you see her beating up Kid Cash with brooms and shit. So
right. So they're showing. We saw the recap from last week's show, and now we're seeing the Team NWA talk. Antonio Pena talk about how they got a special place for the trophy in Mexico. We're kind of going back and forth because look, oh, that's right. Don Callis did fire a couple people last week.
Well, all 3 of them, right? Borash, Tiny, and Sarah Lee.
Yes. You fat piece of trash.
Well, no more JB. That sucks.
I mentioned it when you ran away last week, Bob, to get whatever you did. And the guy who was doing it for him was not a bad ring announcer.
Really?
Yeah, I really didn't mind him.
He'll probably be on this show then, right?
Well,
he's got to be because or is JB, since it was taped, did JB do it?
Well, the weird thing is that technically JB would probably do most of it, but because the main event was taped after last week's show, I'm wondering if the main event will have a different ring announcer or they'll just not do a ring announcer. I don't know. If they actually thought this through, which I'd be surprised, then it won't be JB. That's right. The Naturals came out and screwed the Natural. Put some powder in a chair. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right, Bob. They're aiming a new NWA authority figure in their final act. And look at, who is it? Look at the mystery. Is that Bill Behrens? It's just Bill Behrens, guys.
It could be. That looks like his outline.
Under new management.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, wait, it's the Jarrett one again.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's great that they do that. Are you ready?
The funny thing is, if you didn't mention it, I would have sat here watching it like normal, and I might have caught it because we sit here and watch these things, right?
Yeah.
If I ordered this and I was like a weekly person, you'd be like, oh, the intro's on, I can grab my food quick or something.
Right.
You wouldn't even realize any different.
Yeah. Well, you can tell Tanae's doing a voiceover.
Yeah. I don't have a crowd number for you because it was filmed over multiple days. I believe pretty much every show it was filmed over. There's 1,200 in the crowd, though, so.
Right.
Actually, I can pull up my...
I would have thought that the opening video package would maybe have been longer considering the type of show we got.
That's a good point. Previewing the format here.
There we go.
Team X-Cup format, America's X-Cup format. Team NWA versus Team AAA. 4-man teams with captains. Winner of the first 4 first-round singles matches equal 1 point each. The winners of the 2 second round, you get 2 points. Jesus. 2 points per elimination in the 8-man third-round elimination match. The team with the most points wins, and then if there's a tie, the captains face off. This says earlier today, that's the same shirt he wore last week, I think. So. Is this the best team that TNA could put together?
I don't think so. Because I was going to mention, we haven't seen Sonjay Dutt in a little bit.
I mean, okay, so when I was saying earlier that there wasn't anyone I'd replace, if you're going to replace someone, it probably would be Sonjay Dutt because
that's what I would think.
For that reason.
And I mean, Jerry Lynn just came back too, so it's like these aren't the big names of the division at the time.
Right. He did just make mention to Christopher Daniels and Loki being very good. Skipper
Straight
says,
up G.
For our fans, yeah, come on, guys. Team AAA here. Mr. Aguila.
Hector Garza looks like the type of guy that would fake his age in the Little League World Series. Like everybody else looks like they're 12, and then Hector Garza is like, no, I'm 12, and it's like he's really 34 years old.
Okay, unfortunately, guys, I cannot translate what they're saying to you. I took German in high school, not Spanish.
Yeah, who takes German? Of all languages, German.
I'm assuming he's going to translate at least some of this for us, right? Hector Garza was just rubbing himself kind of weird. Oh, they're saying they're the best in the world, and he said no, and he left. Juvi left his team.
Maybe he left because he's like, that's not what I said.
Triple A, Triple L, Mexico. So that's a reference to the feud that we talked about last week.
Right.
X Factor's historic NWA versus AAA showdown. Team concept matches, the USA versus Mexico. X Division in Spotlight as point system determines the winning team. That's right. We got to use a scoring system here tonight, Bob. Because why not? That's not JB, dude.
It's not.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I'm legitimately shocked that they did that. Because that's got to be at least 3 weeks out.
Well, let me see. I was working on pulling that up.
2 or 3. And I wonder if the fans were like, how come it's not JB? And then they eventually found out that.
So these first 4 matches were filmed on January 28th. So that was, what, 2 weeks ago?
That's crazy.
So 2 weeks ago, they were like, well, maybe we should not use JB.
And it's not a voiceover.
No, it's not. I think that this, if anything, Bob, this is proof that they are actually thinking things ahead a little bit.
That's
Remember,
crazy.
We've heard this, that they're
Yeah.
long-term
right.
storyline, this and that. So I think this is kind of proof of that. Well, Bob, we have a fucking banger to open us up here. Juvi versus Chris Sabin. Remember, these two were in the finals of the first Super X-Cup. So this should be pretty
Who are
damn
the
good.
captains? Garza and Lynn?
No, it's Juvi and Lynn.
Juvi and Lynn. Okay. Well, that makes sense that Lynn's not doing this because that's for the tiebreaker. If there were to be one. All right. Indie news here for Mr. Chris Sabin. Back on January 29th, he wrestled for Ring of Honor, where he actually won a 6-man mayhem against Caprice Coleman, Hydro, Jack Evans, Slick Wagner Brown, and Sonjay Dutt. On January 31st, he won a 3-way dance against Jimmy Jacobs and Joey Legend for IWC, Hopeful Havoc. And then on February 8th, as Juventud here has a half Boston Crab on, he retained the BCW Can-Am television title in a ladder match against Eric Young. So a busy couple of weekends there for Sabin. And then for Juvi, well, I guess really nothing's happened since before the last time I talked about him on the 28th. Oh. So he did the same things that he did on Jan 28th. Wrestling for Noah.
Right.
He had a
match. Hey, if he didn't do anything the past week.
He had a notable match against Kenta.
Right.
For Noah First Navigation on January 17th. Stuff like that. So there's nothing.
Yeah, if I was going to guess, most of our AAA talent is probably going to be that same comment from you.
Yeah, that's why I'm probably not going to do it again. I forgot.
Well, I think for them, if there's nothing, then yeah, I don't think we have to talk about it again. We've discussed it because they did feature these 4 guys.
Right. Well, at least for Juvi there is. Hector Garza looks like he's done something different.
Okay.
So maybe I should just double check those guys when the time comes.
Yeah. I'll try to remind you. I probably will forget, but you know what? We're standing off.
We never forget stuff here.
No.
We remember everything.
Absolutely.
They both go for a drop down. Both go for a drop kick. They're acting as if they've been wrestling each other for 15 years and they know exactly what the other guy's thinking.
Dude, they've been studying. They knew this was going to happen. Basement dropkick by Juvi. Sabin's on the floor. We're hurt. Juvi taunts him to the crowd.
Oh, he just taunts him on the middle rope. Baseball slide drop kick of sorts there. Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Nice head scissors. He He didn't even slide really through. He just like pumped himself through the
Yeah.
bottom rope there.
That was
Or middle
nice.
rope. To do a head scissors on the floor.
So Bob, how would you do this? Which guy do you think gets the first win for their team here tonight? Is it going to be Hoovy or is it going to be Sabin?
I'm gonna say Hoovy, just because I feel as if they're gonna make it so that Team NWA is like the underdog. I'm like, oh my god, they're down 4-0.
Yeah.
4-0. You know what I mean? That type of stuff.
Hoovy went for a dive, but Sabin got him with a kick. He's going to set up what I believe is a suicide dive.
And you know what? If Hoovy were to win, nice
Oh,
springboard
wow.
spinning heel kick there by Sabin. If Hoovy were to win, you could make it in a couple of weeks or even the next week an X Division title match between Sabin and Hoovy, since Sabin's the champion.
I like that a lot. I'd have him win just for that reason. Oh, side Russian leg sweep.
I looked a little weird.
The seated octopus submission lock, as TNA has told us.
I would just call it the seated octopus, not the seated octopus submission lock.
I think that TNA added that part, but
I think you did too. It's a bit much there.
he goes out of the octopus into a cover. Well, in case you guys, I know everyone always, Bob, I get messages all the time. Who's the referee? Guys, it's Rudy Charles tonight. This is our referee in this match. Oh, shit.
What the hell would you call that? It was like a modified destroyer.
It was a head scissor, so it was like a poison Rana head scissor thing.
Okay. He's signaling for a 450. I don't know how he would hit this.
He's not in position.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't make. All right, he does like a Hurricane Rana, springboard Hurricane Rana, pump handle,
Oh,
pump handle like suplex, twisting suplex. 2 count. Sabin kicks out. This is definitely a good match to start off with because it's 2 people you're familiar with. Like I like Hoovy from WCW. I think it's a good way to start the tournament.
well, and if you've been watching a long time, you remember these two were in the finals too. So I think it's a fun thing.
Drop toe hold onto the middle rope by Hoovy.
I'd like to mention when you were doing Sabin's Indie News, TNA did mention JB not being there, so they're not just like throwing it over the shoulder. They did mention on commentary.
Right. 5225 instead of the 619.
Yep.
So what you just said?
I think that was it. I thought he might have said numbers differently, but either way, I think you got it right more than I did.
It's funny how many people have stolen that move just by using their own area code.
Right.
Double leg slam by Sabin. Could he hit? Yeah. Well, he got him pretty.
Turns him over with his leg, picks him up. Brainbuster. Brainbuster!
Going for
the cover.
2. No. Hoovy kicks out again. It's not a bad match.
No, these guys work really good together, actually. I think.
Yeah.
And you know
what?
Kind
Makes you wonder how Hoovy wasn't a regular. I mean, I know, early on he was like, I'm not jobbing or whatever. Like, I don't want to do the job.
Right.
That probably doesn't help, but. Sunset flip, another rolling through, now they're trading roll-ups. I hate this stuff. I hate this spot.
I don't always hate it, but the bridge up. That's impressive.
Hoovy driver? No.
Nope. Countered.
No.
Oh, nope. Rolls him
through.
up. Oh. Sabin with a wheelbarrow. Oh, no. Hoovy reverses into a bulldog.
That's good.
Yep, there's fake JB over there. It still kind of looks like JB, but taller and like less hair.
Yeah. I want to point out that the commentary of the match is not a voiceover.
No, it is not.
It was just the beginning where TNA was talking. It was a voiceover.
Right. I was thinking about mentioning that as well because you can definitely tell it's not.
Yeah, because you can see them at the announcer's table, and they're definitely calling the match. Like, I doubt they would just sit there.
Oh, huge power bomb by Sabin.
Sabin just did his best Psycho Sid impersonation with that power bomb.
Real.
Oh. Kip up by Hoovy. Standing Hurricane Rana. 1, 2. Oh, he almost got him. 1. Oh. Oh. Hoovy with a kick to the head. Sabin still kicks out. In case you're watching along, we have an hour, 35 minutes, and 33 seconds left, or we've been watching for 17 minutes and 17 seconds. And I want to say the trend of a quick start, I feel like, continues.
I hope so too, Bob. If you notice, I haven't said any news yet. That's because I'm really enjoying this match, so you'll get some notes soon.
Right. And I'm sure there'll be video packages and stuff that
we got plenty to talk about, so don't worry. I guess I could tell you now that Antonio Pena is wanting to put together a major spectacle the day before a WWE show in Monterey.
Yeah.
And that he has asked TNA for help on that. So we'll see what happens there. Holy shit.
The Sabin edge off the top rope. Course,
I didn't know that was a move, but now I do.
I've never known about the Sabin edge, so I think
they just made
really,
that shit up.
I was gonna say I feel like TNA's really killing it with like making up names of moves. Hoovy fighting back. Looks like he's going for the Hoovy driver. He hits it in the middle of the ring. That could be it. 1, 2.
Oh wow. Oh, they saying he got him.
He says he got him. Sabin did kick out or tried to kick out.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
Oh. I wonder if there was a screw up on that.
Well, we're going to Scott Hudson talking to Jeff Jarrett in the back.
Yeah, we can't go a week without Jeff Jarrett, so of course this has to happen.
Right. Brother Ernest here. Don Callis.
Is that behind him? Yeah, he's there. I have no skeletons.
If I was a betting man, we're going to get at least one backstage interview between every match, just like the first Super X-Cup. Franchise,
sure.
Michael Shane. Hey, I actually have notes about these guys. I didn't think they were going to show up. Shane Douglas was on the Between the Ropes radio show last week and said that people in TNA were great and that it was the best locker room atmosphere he'd ever seen since the heyday of WCW.
What?
Yeah.
The heyday of WCW. He hates WCW.
Oh, that's what he said, man.
Maybe he meant ECW.
It definitely could have been a typo. Talking each other up. Wow, welcome aboard, Jarrett says. That is my Spark Notes version of this interview. Do you have any idea who that is?
For what, the DOA?
Yeah. He said, I would tell you this. We've been straight shooters this whole time. Mike TNA took the phone call. They're saying it's Mike TNA. They think the DOA is Mike TNA.
I think that'd be great.
And I'll tell you during this entrance, the Michael Shane interview that he did with Alan Wojcik. Am I saying that right? Wojcik. Bob, help me.
A follower of the podcast.
I don't know how to say the last name right. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Okay. Which I do appreciate his follow. He was in the asylum many times, he tells us. Here comes Hector Garza, by the way. Basically, he didn't say anything about TNA at all, but I had a quote here that just says, he was asked about growing up and that he'd been a fan as long as he could remember. He said he went to a house show when he was 12 and told Shawn Michaels, his legit cousin, that he wanted to be a wrestler someday. And Shawn said, quote, "You're not going to be one. You're going to stay away from this lifestyle and go to school." And then Shane obviously disagreed. He said,
yeah, no kidding.
And then he said, the Michael Shane character was much like himself. Quote, "I can be a cocky prick when I need to, and I can be a nice guy. I'm a heel at heart, and I can rib the boys with no remorse." 90% of your character needs to be based off your real life. And then it adds that, well, he came off as a cocky prick during the interview, so makes sense.
Yeah. That's great. No, you're not. And you're going to stay away from it. So have fun. That's amazing.
I really didn't
right.
think we were seeing them on the show. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. So we haven't seen, like, I think we mentioned this before. We haven't seen Sonjay Dutt in quite a bit, wrestling wise, since December 3rd, as Hector Garza starts off with a dropkick. So there's a bunch of indie notes here for Sonjay. Am I going to go through every single one? No. I'm not a lunatic. I'm not going to do that. I already mentioned one too with like Chris Sabin. So Sonjay Dutt, though, to start off 2004 at least. Well, actually, you know what? He lost to Trent Acid at Final Battle 2003 on December 27th for Ring of Honor, and then he was part of MLW's final 2 shows on the first run, where he retained the junior heavyweight title against Jack Evans. He then also defeated Jack Evans, Puma, and Chasen Rance. Not a fan of Chasen Rance, but we'll carry on from there. He lost a ladder match against Derek Frazier for the EWA Cruiserweight title, which was in Maryland. And then a couple other ones here. He lost to Jay Lethal in a Tradition Cup title match for SSCW in New Jersey. That was on January 31st. And then on February 7th, he retained the Combat Zone junior heavyweight title against Grim Reaper. And then for Hector Garza, there's only one thing, and I can't really pronounce any of these names, but he teamed up with a guy. His Dutt did a somersault dive onto Garza. Garza teamed up with Monster. They added a TH to that.
Wow.
Losing to Latin Lover and El Albrije. That's fucking wrong. But you know what? I didn't take Spanish in high school.
There we go. What'd you take?
Nothing.
Oh. How'd you get away with that?
Because I had a learning disability. Dallas.
Oh, okay. Well, we're here. Didn't mean to air your dirty laundry.
You want to peel back the onion here, you motherfucker?
I guess I didn't need to.
Garza with a dropkick in midair on fucking Sonjay Dutt. So
these two have been working together pretty good, and by pretty good, I mean Dutt is so small, and Garza's got quite a bit of weight on him. And by weight, I mean on Dutt, like he's heavier than Dutt is. Dutt's flying all over the place. Tilt-a-war, head scissors, he's done dives, some nice drop kicks. Pretty good action so far.
Yeah, this the size difference is going to make this probably more enjoyable.
Mike Posey's your referee here. You guys don't got to DM me anymore. I haven't been telling Bob about those because
I really doubt that people have been DMing you about that. But
nah, dude, everyone's like, you guys aren't talking about who the ref is. Even though I think we actually do, but
more times than not, like we're always like, Andrew Thomas is a moron. Why is he standing in front of the fucking guy?
I'm just glad we know all their names, because do you think that I could name all the referees in Impact Wrestling now? No.
No.
I cannot.
Well, and same thing with like WWE, but I don't think make a conscious. I was near fall there by Sonjay. They make it like a conscious effort to not mention their names.
Yeah, WWE, you don't get to know their names.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be like insider and be like, oh, that's whoever. I literally don't know any of them.
I couldn't even give you an example. Like, nice swinging slam there by Garza. AEW, like, you know the guys and girls for that matter.
Right. I do know. I'm pretty sure that Rudy Charles his name is Dan now.
Yeah.
But I don't know the last name. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Sonjay with a knee strike, snap suplex.
Oh, going to the apron. We see some springboard action here. Oh, wow.
Somersault Hurricane attempt, but Garza. Oh, okay. You missed the rope on that. He hit a slingshot power bomb, but Sonjay's head like ricocheted off the top rope weird.
Holy shit.
Fuck, Garza.
Okay, Garza won.
a twisting corkscrew like moonsault.
Bob, holy shit! I thought he definitely broke Sonjay Dutt's ribs right there.
He did something, and like I think it's also important to note here that Garza did that without literally breaking his sweat.
Dude, that
he landed right on him.
I mean, it looked very impressive for a guy his size, at least a guy his size compared to Dutt at this rate.
I thought that looked really good.
Okay, so I'd like to point out that AAA is up by 2 points currently.
Over.
We're getting interviewed by team captain backstage. Pressure's on, man. I'm not going to go out there and wrestle their style. Slow down and wrestle our style, even though isn't the X division based off of the... I don't know. What do I know? Bob, speaking of slowing down, people who have slowed down their style, you remember this big pay-per-view that we got planned, right?
Mm-hmm.
On April 4th?
Right.
Well, it's rumored, at least, I don't know if it's rumored or if they're just using the Bound for Glory name for fun. But Lex Luger's telling people that he's coming in for that show. And it's listed as the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. And I believe this is Alvarez, as Mr. Aguila is on his way out here right now in the glow-in-the-dark light. He says he wouldn't be surprised to see that happen, because I'm sure someone in the company feels they need big names to justify a $30 price tag. And while nobody else in the world considers him a big name, TNA obviously does, and they've already brought him in once. Sting has pushed hard to have them bring him in again. So will we see Sting on this big 4-hour show? I don't know. Or, sorry, 3-hour show.
I mean, I think Luger still is a big name. He's just not a draw. There's a difference.
And I think that part of that goes to the whole Elizabeth situation.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of why that's coming, which I understand.
Yeah. Jerry Lynn Indie Notes. That's right, folks. Bob's keeping up on it this week.
Wow.
Really,
Bob, because Bob knows he only got one more match to talk about the Indie Notes for. That's why he's keeping up on it.
You're absolutely right. Back on February 6th, the Jerry Lynn teamed up with Just Incredible to defeat Loki and Spanky for the World 1 debut tour. The next day, on February 7th, as Lynn takes Aguila down to the mat. Jerry Lynn lost to Masato Tanaka for the vacant World 1 heavyweight title. And then on February 8th, Jerry Lynn and Steve Corino defeated John Walters and Spanky in the final night of the World 1 debut tour. All of that was the first 2 nights were in Pennsylvania, and this third night was in Massachusetts, as if that really matters. And then for Mr. Aguila, again, fuck if I know how to do this shit. The Mexican National Tag Team title, number 1 contender 4-way. He was involved with that, teaming with Hector Garza in a losing effort to a loss of Vipers, which was Abismo Negro in Super something. Heavy Metal and Latin Lover were teaming up, and then the last team is La Parca and Octagon.
Wow, look at that.
So that's all that they were up to.
Not bad. Hey, a little bit slower start here than the other matches. Jerry Lynn did say we're slowing it down, a little more technical. Here's the springboard drop kick. Aguila falls to the floor. Hey, on that note, I just mentioned about Luger. I probably should have tied this one in with that, but we talked about the idea that Randy Savage is going to be at that show. As Jerry Lynn goes off the apron with a Hurricane Rana on Mr. Aguila. Well, Randy Savage's people, since his name did get out, noted that he had not agreed to any deal at this point. And as noted here, this was just a main event that they proposed and started talking about. Savage, who is 51 at this time, who hasn't wrestled in several years, pulled out of his last high-profile appearance just days before it was to happen. And that was actually the WWA pay-per-view in Las Vegas 2 years ago. Like Hogan, unless there's a contract signed, something can go wrong. It also should be noted that the show was built around Savage, that WWA show, and it did no business on pay-per-view. So Savage by himself is no savior. There was still talk this week, though, of using Scott Hall and Nash on that April 4th show as well, but also not believed to be a done deal. So Savage himself or his people are killing the rumor, squashing it.
I feel like they're anytime they try to plan these fucking 3-hour pay-per-views, it just seems like a mess.
A mess. Shit leaks. It gets canceled. Nothing works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Aguila gonna fly? Oh wow, yeah, he did. Right over the fucking post, dude. That was huge.
That's always impressive when someone can dive over the post like that. I would mess it up and probably impale myself.
We gotta see it again. I noticed this last week, Bob, but Aguila's pants all have holes in them, and like he's wearing something very small underneath. I think he's got a thong on.
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
Isn't that weird?
Oh my God.
I noticed it last week, but like I was like, wait, what? Or not last week, sorry. The last time they wrestled, so a couple weeks ago. But it really threw me off. I was like, wait a second, those are holes. I thought it was like a design.
How have I never noticed that?
I don't know. He just slammed Jerry Lynn down here.
Oh my God, that is so
moonsault.
funny to me. Because yeah, you're right. It's basically see-through because of all the holes. You know, maybe it's a Mexican thing.
It could be.
Why do I find that so funny? That's so funny. That's weird.
Let's see. Are we gonna have a 3-0 lead? I don't know. Team AAA
I think Jerry's gonna win this.
I feel like he's got to, being the captain.
You can't have the captain lose.
Oh, going for a cover, roll up, sunset flip. Nope. Remember, Jerry Lynn wanted to work with him very bad because they wrestled a lot in the WWF. We discussed that a week or two ago.
Which I initially said there's no way, and then I forgot that Jerry Lynn was there for even before.
Oh, super impressive. A couple different springboards there. He goes off with an arm drag, and then picks him up and slams him down.
Why did it look like he's about to barf?
Maybe he is.
Did he get dizzy on the corkscrew thing there?
I would have.
I did just watching it.
He's got a headlock in. Do you think that AAA is doing so good because it was said here that
well, you can't even say it with a straight face, so it's probably not true.
No, I just like my transition.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to mess his name up like Bob has been doing, but Arturo Rivera, the AAA announcer, was scheduled to come in and do Spanish commentary for this show. So they got even a special guest commentator from AAA. I think that might have the advantage for the team.
I'm assuming he was supposed to do commentary for the Spanish.
Yeah. Spanish commentary. Yeah. If I was a betting man, he's probably doing it with Armando Quintero because Conan usually does it.
Right.
So he's probably filling in for Conan. And of course, as we found out earlier in our notes, Antonio Pena did some stuff, but I don't think he's on commentary full time. He probably did a couple guest appearances.
Right.
See, now that you realize he's wearing a bright red thong underneath his.
It's unbelievable. This is worse than Scott Steiner's thong at Royal Rumble 2003.
At least it matches his hair. Tornado DDT.
Oh, DDT.
No, kick out too.
Good near fall. Guys, I cannot believe this. I never noticed the pants. I wasn't even looking for that.
Well, I wasn't either, but then I realized, and it's like, wait a second.
I don't know that if you hadn't said that, if I would have even noticed it.
I feel like I only noticed because when it bunches up, you can see that they're holes. Because when they're not, like right now, you can't tell.
When he's standing upright, you're good. But as soon as he bends down, it's like, wait a minute.
Going to that springboard moonsault. He lands on his feet, though. Lynn gets up, picks him up in the fireman's carry.
Yeah.
Going for the TKO. He counters. Ducks the line by Aguila.
Cradle. Oh!
Kinda.
Well, he didn't hook the arms. It's pretty much just a jumping pile driver at that point.
Yeah, but Aguila kind of took that weird, though, too.
Like, yeah, he sure did. But that gives Jerry Lynn the win right in the middle of the ring.
We'll take it.
At least the the team captain can do it.
That's right. Captain wins, baby. As he should. I'm just glad Jerry Lynn's back, Bob.
I am too.
I just hope they don't, like, not know what to do with him. Because I feel like that's what happened, and that's when we were getting lower quality matches, and then he left. But right there, that was a pretty good match, so not complaining. And by the way, I don't blame Jerry for that, because he was getting shit stuff.
No, and I'm sure we're going to get like a Cash-Lynn match at some point.
Oh, Father Jim Mitchell and the Gathering here talking to Jarrett in the back. Is this what we're going to get? Is just a lot of videos of Jarrett meeting all the people who signed with him?
I'm almost certain of it.
We got rid of Raven. We got him out of your hair, too. Terry Funk. Oh, they're saying Sandman and Terry Funk are still around. Mitchell's whispering. Don't worry, we got it. We're going to take care of it. Are you guys sure about Raven? De Niro says, Raven's history, but not the top part of my sideburns. Because of us, they can't have another title shot.
Yeah, is it as long as Jarrett's champion you can't have a title match, or is it like ever?
They just made it sound like ever, but it's got to be if Jarrett's champion, I would have to assume. They're saying TNA knows. See, I knew it was TNA, Tom T. Get the ring crew and the refs. I need more loyalty to be signed. I knew it was TNA. No problem.
Ernest and Callis are just like, yeah, we knew it too.
We did. Sorry, I'm distracted, April. Oh, okay. Abismo Negro.
What is he wearing? He looks like a Pokemon.
Yeah, he does. He's got that look of, like, I feel like he'd be really good on Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Oh, God, they just said something about Johnny Fairplay next.
What? I don't want to hear from Johnny.
Elix Skipper. Hey, speaking of Elix Skipper, you know how he's been trying to, like, get Triple X back together?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Christopher Daniels was just added to the March New Japan tour after he and the American Dragon were put together as a tag team on the tour, and they did well, which is going to slow down their reuniting of Triple X.
What Japan company? All Japan?
New Japan.
New Japan. There's no indie notes for Elix Skipper, so no surprise. At least not on Cage Match. He might have been doing something else, but not on a good old Cage Match. Let's see what if Abismo Negro has been doing anything here. Like the 1 week here. Yeah, he teamed up with Chessman. Losing to El Intocable in Octagon on January 29th.
In Octagon.
Yeah. And then, as I mentioned before, he was in that number one contenders 4-way, which he won with his partner, in the Lost Vipers. And that's your indie notes for the evening. So
that's it. Bob's done. Bob is done.
I'm done. I got nothing else to do for the next hour and like 12 minutes. So tough.
I know. I realize I'm kind of flying through stuff, but I still saved the bangers. I didn't give you the bangers yet.
Good, man.
Because I have a feeling these next couple tag matches might have a little bit more downtime than these singles matches are having.
Yeah. And they said that we're going to hear from Johnny Fairplay coming up.
Yeah, I think so. Which technically one of my notes does kind of apply to him. But I might still save it. We'll see. Let's see what he has to say, and we'll see if I can play off of it.
Okay.
I'll say, speaking of surviving this, I'm kidding. Don was saying, Yeah, they yell. He yells, "What time is it?" And they yell, "Prime time." So Don West really likes Elix Skipper's catchphrase.
Prime time here, prime time there. I like prime time. You shouldn't be disrespecting prime time.
No. I feel like I see this post every like couple months, if not weeks, where they show the clip of him walking the cage and someone goes, "Man, Elix Skipper should have been a bigger star."
Dude, I just saw that.
I'm telling you, I see
Today.
it like all. Yeah, I think I saw it today as well, and I literally see that all the time. And like, yeah, no shit, but he's done more than just walk a fucking cage.
Yeah, I know.
And like, he's done good work besides just walk a fucking cage.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, that moment is fucking awesome, but he's done more than that.
Yeah. And I mean, this, I would say, well, what, in 2003? I mean, it's like 2002 stuff was a bit, maybe like, well, nice springboard moonsault there, though.
Beautiful.
Jeez.
Double spring. He jumped from the second to the top, and then it huge. Got super air on it.
I'm going to say, like, Elix Skipper starting with 03, and I know I've said it before, is one of the most, like, improved workers. I mean, if you were to watch him in WCW when he was fucking green as shit and probably shouldn't have been on television. Somersault close on that didn't look that good, but that's all right.
I think there was a pause.
Yeah.
So like Skipper stopped because like Abismo Negro wasn't as close to him as he should have been.
Yeah. Oh, now roll up by here by Negro. Yeah, but like watching Skipper in WCW, I mean, I think you could see the potential as a cruiserweight, but he just was not ready on every level. But 3 years later, here in TNA, it's like he found a groove.
Right.
So he's like been consistently, I would say, entertaining. Which I don't think I would realize. Like in WCW, I was always like, this guy's like whatever.
Speaking of walking cage ropes.
Nice.
No one does it better than Prime Time.
I could never do that. There's no way.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't even be able to probably stay on the top turnbuckle, let alone walk the ropes.
You got a 2 count there. It's so nice.
You hit that pretty well. Standing Hurricane Rana by Negro. For a 2 count.
Didn't they say Abismo Negro meant like the black hole or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Which is odd because he's wearing bright red.
Well, you can't reveal your hand.
You don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, you got to trick him. And he does have black on him. His boots, the side.
Well, yeah, there's some black. Oh, Skipper rolls through. Basement drop kick.
Seated drop kick. Basement drop kick. However you want to word it.
Wow, that's the first time Bob agreed with what I said.
Yeah, well, there's 2 ways of saying it. There's only one way you say scissors kick, though. But
no, get out of here.
This guy.
Oh
my God! The Shane Douglas belly to belly suplex by Negro. Oh, he only gets a 2 count.
If you're following along, we're at 45 minutes and 9 seconds. We've been doing time checking a while, but this first round, this is our last match in it. That looked like it hurt.
It was like a headlock suplex.
Gets a 2 count.
Oh, he's waiting for like a super kick or something.
Oh.
Missed like a standing spin kick. Elbowing free. Gets sent chest first in the corner. German suplex. Well, but Negro's hanging on to it. Was he Chris Benoit? Maybe it's Chris Benoit under the mask.
Could be. Oh, but he kicked out again.
I think both their shoulders were down on that. Come on, Andrew Thomas. You gotta start paying attention.
They're trying here, but he just couldn't do it. Oh, tilt-a-whirl octopus stretch. We did it kind of slow.
Tilt-a-whirl octopus. This is the octopus submission lock.
The standing octopus submission lock.
Hold that Mike Tenay likes to make up.
Oh, drop toe hold. Negro rolls him up. 1, 2. Oh,
Wow, okay. Kind of a cheap finish there, but whatever. Not cheap, it's a clean win, but kind of an underwhelming finish there.
That's right, a 3-1 lead. Negro, pretty big win there against Skipper. Jerry Lynn, the only one holding Team USA down. Armando Quintero interviewing Juvi backstage here.
Do you think there's going to be like an interview segment where Jerry Lynn's like, I'm the only one that won, let's go?
Yeah. Okay, Juvi's saying they're the best team. And then he started speaking Spanish, so I didn't hear anything after that. Oh, he said, we are the best. We already proved it. We're ahead 3-1.
You forgot what he said.
Yep. We're taking America's Cup back to Mexico.
Now, Juvi's speaking Spanish probably just to be a heel because he does know English, obviously.
No Loki, no AJ Styles, no Jeff Jarrett. Something like that. He's yelling. He's getting angry.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Juventud AJ Styles match.
Juvi wants the WCW Cruiserweight title. He wants to fight Rey Mysterio for it.
He wants a rematch with Chris Jericho. That way he can wear his mask again. Since he lost at Super Brawl 8. Piece of shit.
Well, he'll get that rematch, Bob, in about 18 years.
Right. But he's already, he wore the mask in that match, right?
I think he did. He might have just, or no, he did wear the whole match, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, here's we're getting the recap here of the winners and the points that we just discussed. And basically, Juvi said if those three men, AJ, Loki, or Jeff Jarrett were on the team, that Team AAA would still win. That's basically what he ended up saying there. Let's go to round number 2. Oh, thank God. So we're not going to hear from Johnny Fairplay, it seems. That's fine.
I'm not going to complain about that.
Okay, so now, Bob, this match is beginning our taping on last week's show. So this was taped before last week's show.
And you know what? At least Negro's wearing the same outfit, I guess.
Right, Abismo Negro and Juvi here. It was Juvi's wearing different pants, right?
They might be the same. Wasn't he wearing black pants?
Yeah, he might have been.
Jerry was wearing red, so we'll see, right?
I thought he would. Or no, he had those purple on. I was about to say purple.
Okay.
So Dutt and Jerry Lynn. Yes, TNA's sounding disappointed. This is not how I anticipated the first round going.
So you know what's weird? Didn't we just saw Abismo Negro wrestle against Elix Skipper, and now he's coming out again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like maybe they should have done Juvi and Garza, right? Because Garza was in the second match.
And Garza wrestled Dutt.
Maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they're doing it because it's different.
Avoid that?
I think they're trying to avoid that. I think that's what it is. Because none of these guys fought each other yet. So I think that's what it comes down to, actually, which I understand. So I don't hate it as much. It's just a little weird because you think that he'd be like a little winded or something.
Yeah. But, I mean, he did beat Elix Skipper kind of quick. So.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. I'll accept it. Lynn and Negro starting us out. Oh, can't do the lockup, dude. It's too hard.
These guys are exhausted. This is the second taping.
Me too.
So does that mean that this match, the next 3 matches are probably from the same taping, right?
Yes, everything else is. So this match was, let me pull it up again. It might have been the first one on the
4th?
From the 4th.
Lynn with an arm drag takedown.
Okay, so they taped all the explosion stuff, and then this match happened. and then the next tag match. So those are in order, and then after the shows when the elimination match took place.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, monkey flip by Lynn. Arm drag. Arm drag.
Arm drag.
Kip up.
Another kip up. Arm drag.
Well, listen, Bob, as we get going here, this isn't really one of my bangers, but let me give you a little something here.
Okay.
Zach Gowen was just released from WWE this past week. So that happened.
That was a quick experiment.
Right. It's kind of said that there's a chance he could come back. Apparently, TNA has offered him a contract, and they did. Sorry, that's about because remember, they did offer him the contract before. He didn't sign that. Then he left. So now he got fired, or he got released, I should say, from WWE. There's rumors he's going to potentially come back. It wouldn't be a surprise because, of course, as TNA has been doing, people just keep coming in and out. So how would you feel seeing Tenacious Z back in the Asylum?
That's a good question. I don't know. If I'm TNA, I don't think I'm bringing him back.
I don't think I would either.
Especially since, like, you know, he fucked him over. So,
right.
I mean, essentially. Yeah. So I don't think I would necessarily bring him back. At least not immediately.
Right.
Considering his, I guess you could say handicap. I think he's pretty good, but you can't just be like, oh, it's fine, dude. You got fired. That's fine. We'll take it.
Right. And I
mean,
I didn't want to go into details about his firing. I didn't really read a lot of it.
Because it was an attitude thing.
It seems like that's what it was. And apparently there's one comment here because I got two different sections about it. Yeah, because he's already booked for like indie dates and stuff like that. That's where they're saying that they wouldn't be surprised if he showed back up in TNA.
Nice for a Hurricane by Dutt.
Yeah, well, look at that. Tilt-a-whirl, and he landed on his feet. Comes back, tilt-a-whirl, head scissor on Negro. Comes back, pop up. Oh. Wow, look at that.
Dutt's just countering everything. Well, not a kick to the midsection, I guess.
No, he got that one.
Everything else he can counter.
But it was said that Gowen was telling wrestlers that if WWE released him, that he was going to file a discrimination lawsuit. But since nothing came out in the past few days, chances of that are fairly slim, apparently, that's going to happen.
That's interesting. A discrimination lawsuit when they hired him. I feel like if they didn't hire him, then like that would maybe be like a different story. But they literally hired him, and he had a really bad attitude. So
it's kind of weird to think that we saw him like before he went, and now we have lived. Our podcast has lasted longer than Zach Gowen's WWE career.
Wow. Well, almost like double it, really, if you look at starting.
Well, that's a good point.
Probably more than double it. So there's that.
So basically, what we're saying is we're here to say Zach Gowen isn't.
You know, it's kind of amazing that we haven't. That like Gowen hasn't really gotten like another TV shot.
Yeah,
really, that I remember.
No, that's a good point.
Because like we saw him in 2CW, and I thought him and Gregory Iron did pretty well.
I thought so. Yeah, I liked him.
Especially Gowen. I thought Gowen really stood out.
Yeah, I remember because during that show he was a surprise, at least the first time, and I think Joe commented on Gregory Iron's post like, "Oh, are you bringing Gowen?" And he said yes. And I was like, well, guess who's got a magazine with him on the cover of it? So,
yeah.
So I read the magazine, and he's like, oh, like what are the chances of this? I was like, well, you know, I know stuff. I knew you were coming. Hoovy gets tagged in. They're controlling Dutt in the corner.
Hoovy with a splash in the corner.
Dutt slides, reverse, goes under the legs of the Hoovy, comes back with it. Enzuigiri.
I kind of missed it.
Yeah, that's okay. Jerry Lynn, the team captain, he's in. Running clotheslines. Dropping Abismo Negro. Kicks out at 2. Come on, Andrew Thomas. Count faster, damn it.
Hey, you know what? At least we're under the hour mark.
We are officially have less than an hour of the show left, which is kind of crazy. Wheelbarrow, okay. That is supposed to be a bulldog potentially to Hoovy, but kind of
It
got
looked
sloppy.
like it was going to be a wheelbarrow arm drag, but then he might have realized he was close to the rope, so he just went with it.
Oh, no, that could have been it.
Hoovy going for a cross arm bar. But Jerry Lynn's like, nope, not today.
Not today. Let's see, double team move here. Hoovy slams Jerry Lynn down. Oh, frog splash. Yeah, that looked like a 1 count, probably because his knee was on Jerry Lynn's neck. I would have kicked out at 1 too.
This match is a little boring. But you know what? It's because I've already seen these guys wrestle.
Well, Bob, we still have one of the top 5 matches in company history coming up here.
I know, I'm going to see him wrestle a third time. So even then, it's going to be great. Maybe, you know what? I probably need to, I know it already. I'm probably going to have to watch that match separate from the tournament to probably really get appreciation for it.
Right.
At least as on the live watch. Let me see how I did for the flying crossbody by Sonjay Dutt on Juventud Guerrera. This is 211. Hoovy not about to do a job to Sonjay Dutt.
That's right. 2 points to the winning team, it says.
Yeah, because what? It's the main event, I guess, is like the points per elimination.
Per elimination, yeah.
Dutt is on the apron, hammering away on Hoovy. Oh, wow, nice. Slingshot Hurricane Rana, but Negro.
That was really nice.
Break the cover.
Lynn gets tossed.
Dumps. Yeah. Oh, no, he messed it up.
Jerry Lynn, that was kind of weird.
He couldn't twist his hips all the way around to do it with the right leg. He had to do it awkwardly with his left leg.
Well, is Hoovy about to dive? Oh, Dutt kind of sweeped his leg.
Yeah, but he still hit a Hurricane Rana or head scissors on Lynn.
That was pretty impressive still. Here comes Dutt. Holy shit, he pretty much
completely he missed Negro, really.
He swiped his back, so he was still able to sell it. But that's about it. Yeah,
Negro he was too close to the apron for that to really be devastating. Hoovy is he sits Sonjay on the top turnbuckle, delivering a few right hands. Jerry Lynn, sunset flip, power bomb. Sonjay is going to be on the top rope. Is he going to hit
an elbow?
Well, I wasn't expecting an elbow drop.
Hoovy kicks out.
I was expecting like the Hindu press or something, but he just did a simple elbow drop.
There's a sign in the crowd that I'm going to start bringing when I go to shows with Bob. It says he farted.
In the crowd here, right?
Yeah, it's right behind the corner they're in right now. Like right where that guy, the beanie is.
Oh.
Poison Rana off the top to Sonjay Dutt. Jerry Lynn breaks up the pin, though.
Jeez. I couldn't take half these moves.
Right, you die.
I'd be like the most difficult wrestler. They're like, hey, do you want to do like a snap suplex? And I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Oh, Lynn's got a roll up. Wait. Double roll up. Andrew Thomas had to literally wait. He could have counted Lynn, his pin on Negro for like 15 seconds before he.
But he was like,
What am I doing? I'm glitching like video game referee. What do I do? Uh-oh.
Dutt gets whipped in. Lynn pops Dutt up. Hurricanrana.
Oh.
Nobody rolls through. Oh, fuck.
Dude, Triple A's killing it.
Well, it's 5-1. Wow. Yeah, Team AAA is literally whooping ass.
Yeah, making them look like absolute morons.
Scott Hudson backstage with Elix Skipper and Chris Sabin. Okay, your backs are against the wall. 5-1.
Why is Skipper like, yeah?
He's getting hyped to.
Yeah, dude, we're losing. All right.
Okay, please note the attire. Assuming this is from the same show or from the match we're about to see, they are wearing the same attire they did at the last one. So Chris Sabin can handle the pressure. Elix Skipper can handle the pressure. Man, what I would do to go get one of those 2 for 20s for the Elix Skipper.
You're a word. What if he like invented that? What if he was like 2 for 20 guys?
Dude, he's an innovator. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That alone has probably kept Applebee's in business.
It's the only thing I get when I go.
That's what I do, yeah.
It's not over until it's over. Oh, what would happen if he had his boys in his corner? Scott Hudson's like, you can't worry about that right now. You could fight that battle when the tournament's over. It doesn't matter. Oh, he's got new boys.
I love how he's so focused on getting Daniels and Loki back.
So focused that he wishes they were in his corner at the America's X Cup.
Yeah. This would be a lot easier if I had 2 of my buddies to interfere, but like they're not here to do it.
Hector Garza, with taking his weird gauntlets off.
Yeah, what is that?
Mr. Aguila.
Is Aguila still wearing the see-through? Yeah, it looks like he is.
Hold on.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, those are butt cheeks, Bob.
Yeah.
Today just said, they consider AAA's. I lost the name of the show he just said. When Worlds Collide from '96 is one of the best shows ever. Thank you, today. We're in 2004.
Yeah, from 8 years ago. That's when they peaked. They peaked 8 years ago, and ever since then, it's been downhill. I wonder if Skipper's pissed that they had to come out to Sabin's music.
I would have been. So I'd like to point out real quick, there's just a sign that they zoomed in on that they did not cut out that says Happy B-Day, Chris Sabin, or Happy B-Day, Sabin. Well, that's because his birthday was February 4th. So,
Yeah, but who's going to know that? Other than you.
Me, I just looked it up.
Yeah. Maybe they just, you know what? You could just say they weren't there the week of. So they're just like Happy B-Day. I'm a week late. Aguila and Skipper are starting off. Skipper's like playing to the crowd. Say my name. Prime time,
baby.
I was doing like a Sting impersonation. I don't know what that was about.
Bob, you got any indie news for us? Just kidding.
Sure don't, because it's been the same guys the whole night. Aguila with arm control here to start off. Skipper rolling through.
Bob, what do you think about seeing Hector Garza as a regular here in TNA? As like a heel.
I think he's good. I think I'd be fine with that.
Oh, okay.
Why should I not be?
No, I'm just wondering.
And would I have him in the X division? Probably not.
No. I was just testing you just because I was reading your review over on WrestlingRecaps.com.
Oh, why did I say I would like to see him as a regular?
Yeah. I wanted to see if you're still feeling that.
Still feeling the same way.
Mr. Aguila is wearing a shirt tonight for some reason. Okay, Bob, you ready? Listen, it's
You know
time.
what, dude? I bet you he's wearing a shirt because they're like, dude, we can see your butt cheeks. Can you cover it?
You can still see him.
Yeah, but it's not as bad. He's got a
No,
shirt.
it's not as obvious. Okay, Bob, would you like to hear about someone coming in?
Yes, dude. I've been waiting. Let's go.
Okay. I was gonna make you
It's
pick.
Tatanka.
No.
Damn it.
Hold on one moment. Well, Bob, there's some. I want you to guess. There is someone we have talked about in the past who has been backstage at shows. Who do you think that could possibly be?
Buff back. Well, is it a return or a debut?
Oh no, it's brand new. Never seen in the TNA Asylum.
WCW wrestler.
No.
ECW wrestler.
No.
Ring of Honor.
No.
What the WWE?
Yeah.
We've talked about him. He's been backstage.
Oh. Wait, did you say hey he?
Oh, it's a girl. Oh, China.
That's right, baby. China is making her debut next week. Apparently.
What? Oh, okay.
On the February 18th show. Looks to be doing a program with the woman hater Johnny Fairplay.
Mm.
And that's because the original plan was for Piper to confront Fairplay on that show to lead to a match on April 4th. But
Oh,
Piper
God.
evidently wasn't up for doing a program with him, as they figured he would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude. It literally says here she debuts on February 18th.
Oh,
Double
Sabin,
dives by Sabin and
Skipper.
Skipper.
Yeah, nice double dives there. Sabin hit a couple of nice standing Hurricane Ranas, but you know what? At this point, we've seen that about 17 times. So that's quite all right. China debuting next week. You know what? It would probably be a good idea to actually promote that type of stuff. You would think, if it's signed.
Well, so that's the thing. Yes, it's saying here, and even in Alvarez writes, guess who's debuting in TNA next week? That's right, everyone's favorite China Doll.
China Doll. That was probably going to be her name, right? China Doll?
That or her real name.
Or Joni. Yeah.
Joni Lawyer. How do you say her last name?
Yeah.
That'd be China Doll.
That's amazing.
So pretty big news, Bob.
I feel dropkick there by Save. I feel like China should come in and have a title match with Jarrett
I don't know why you wouldn't do that.
to recreate that 1999 feud, because that's what TNA likes to do. They like to revisit things when it was more popular 5 or 6 years ago and just redo it.
Oh, so you're not serious?
No, I am serious. I think that if you were to use her initially, have a one-off with Jarrett, and then I guess you could transition to Johnny Fairplay.
I don't know. I kind of want to see her.
That's such a weird
ass so
sentence for me
bad,
to
though.
say. Start off with Jarrett and then transition to Johnny Fairplay.
Come on, dude. John Dalton. Double
John
dropkick onto Skipper by Garza and Aguila.
Municipal.
Municipal. The Nashville Municipal Auditorium.
There you go. See.
I've been practicing. In other news, I'm not going to give you my other big one yet. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer. I think that's probably the biggest piece of news I got tonight, but damn, it's a good one.
For the China one?
Yeah, dude. I think that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty big.
Tornado
DDT by Sabin on Aguila.
Very impressive. Not
impressive enough. He kicked out of 10.
That's right. From a financial standpoint, if the company can maintain the current level of buys for the tape shows, which we're watching right now, by the way, the savings by doing one tape show a month based on numbers we've been given would cut the losses back very significantly. So this might be really good for them. So the way that everything is structured is that they can maintain the current level of buys and save a lot of the roughly $100,000 per week in fixed costs, most of which are expensive of doing the live shoot. They'll be close to breaking even. Dave says that I think at break even, the company wouldn't be in much danger of going under imminently, which is a constant worry of many of those working here who recognize they've lost tens of thousands per week ever since the start that the pay-per-view numbers aren't growing. Oh, and that the pay-per-view numbers aren't growing. The negative is that the general feeling is that the shows have been declining in quality and interest of late. And based on our response, buy rates look to be down in the past month or two. There's also the question of if a tape pay-per-view will do a lot worse than the live shows.
Well, Skipper with a springboard spinning heel kick on Garza. I don't know if I agree with like the shows have been bad.
I don't agree with that either, really.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there some stuff that's like, why are we doing this? Then yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, but you could say that for anything.
Back suplex to Garza.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I would try to on pay-per-view especially avoid doing tape shows. But if you're gonna save $100,000 or whatever, then I guess you have to do it. But and that's one of the main reasons why like I kind of fell out with TNA, because they went to tape shows.
Yeah, I get that.
I still enjoyed it, but it also didn't help that they were starting off at least like when they get a bigger TV deal, like they were at like 11 o'clock at night. But
well, yeah.
Missile dropkick by Garza on Skipper.
Then they start going to channels that no one has, and it gets tough.
I liked it on Pop because I had Pop.
Pop was probably one of the best channels they were on.
I don't know if I have Pop anymore. I don't think we do we? On YouTube?
I don't know. I don't know if we do anymore. We did for a little while though.
Yeah, we did have Pop.
Because guess what? I don't have Access TV.
Right. Yeah, I don't have that either.
And now they don't stream on Twitch anymore.
They don't.
No.
They just do the insider thing?
Yeah, the insider thing, or you find other means of watching.
Here's I'm telling you, they should go on Access TV and stream live on YouTube.
Something
at the same time. And not behind a paywall like NWA did. NWA killed their momentum by fucking going to fight.
They did, dude. I was watching NWA every week until they did that.
Yep. And now they're like, we're back, and it's free. Because only 12 people were watching on Fight. So
and guess what? I haven't watched it being back.
Right. I have, just because I'm a sucker for like guys that I used to watch on Sunday Night Heat, being in the NWA. So springboard dropkick by Sabin.
That's right. He's killing it. Bob, we're at an hour 14 minutes and 22 seconds. We're flying by here. We only have one more match after this one.
And we have 38 minutes and 15 seconds left.
The only bummer is that we have to see the same guys again in the next match.
Over and over and over again.
You know what I think I would have done?
Is that the cradle shot? Oh, yeah, it was. But Aguila broke it up to save Garza.
Oh, shit.
A reverse power bomb.
That ain't something you see a lot.
No, Skipper made the save, though.
Tilt-a-whirl, DD. Oh, no. It was a Skipper slams it on. What I think would have been really interesting is if the first round matches, they brought in like different talent and used different TNA guys. So you were having like different singles matches with different stars. Sabin rolls up Garza. That's a 3.
Yeah.
That's 2 points for NWA. We're 5-3 now.
That's got to be an upset.
Absolutely. Garza's pissed. But what I'm kind of getting at is what if you saved the teams for the elimination match and then used other stars in the earlier part of the bracket? I know it kind of takes away the tournament point of this, but
I would you have to avoid using the same guys for 3 matches on the show. That to me is a bit much.
Oh, we're backstage. Referees and security. Non-compliance, non-compete, and total loyalty. Wow. So they signed away their life to Jeff Jarrett, it seems.
Yeah.
Rudy! You're going to be 100% loyal? Yes, sir. He gets slapped.
Slapped him.
Hudson, get over here. Do you know who the new Director of Authority is? You have no idea.
It's Mike TNA.
He talked to 100 fans. Yeah, I'm sure. Scott Hudson was outside talking to the fans before the...
Yeah, he ran guy in the parking lot. Do you know who the DOA is? He's like, who? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe the DOA is in reference to the Disciples of Apocalypse, and it's fucking downloads.
Well, that would be a bummer. Maybe Mike TNA. I knew it. Is Mike TNA.
I hate Mike TNA. Damn it, Mike TNA.
I love that they do it with everyone, and he goes, I knew it. I knew it was Mike TNA. Let's go after him.
Man.
There we are, Bob. Team NWA, 3. Team AAA, 5. Oh. Chris Harris knew. That's right, because they're saying that because he knew Dustin Rhodes was the surprise. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck?
Terry Funk is now part of the X-Cup here.
What in
I can do a moonsault. Watch me do it. Hector Garza, come here.
We have a sign that's censored in the crowd right now.
That's not good.
I want to be very honest with you.
I'm here to retire.
Again?
It's just not worth it anymore. I knew my career was in the shitter when I had to come here to the Asylum for TNA wrestling. So I thought WCW was bad. But
he said he doesn't think of himself as a living legend.
Holy shit, TNA's the dirt worst.
This is so random.
I'm out here to say that after watching the X-Cup, I am rejuvenated. And Chris Sabin, I'm coming for the X Division Championship. I realized
You're sounding like drunk Terry Funk.
I looked at the contract, and it says that the X Division is full of no limits. And that means there's no way limit. So the Funkster is coming for the one NWA championship that I've never won in my career. And that is the X Division Championship. I'm going to start training, and I will see you on April 4th at a 3-hour pay-per-view here for NWA-TNA. Is he still talking, even after I did all that?
Yeah. He's talking about Raven. God. I need you, Raven. So that is seeming like it's happening.
Yeah, well, they clearly that night must be like, dude, Sandman's gone. So we'll just switch it to Funk, who has been here one time, is now taking over the Gathering feud.
We're going to do some ass kicking. All the kids are like, yeah, ass kicking. And that's a promise. So mid America's X Cup promo by Terry Funk.
I think I need to buy a Funk You t-shirt. I like that shirt.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, just not off Pro Wrestling Tees. I don't want my credit card information to be stolen.
The matchup is confirmed. Terry Funk. Raven is a tag team. Versus CM Punk and Julio De Niro. Wow. That's right, Bob. Big match for next week. That's not all. The Insane Clown Posse. ICP, baby. Gonna juggle a street fight. A couple of Jarrett's crew, so we don't really know who. I'm gonna debut. Playing fair with Johnny. So we have a special guest.
Oh!
The woman formerly known as China. I didn't know they were going to say this.
Holy shit. I wasn't expecting that either.
Joni Lawler. Dude, what?
Oh.
I would have held that one in if I knew they were going to say it.
Wow.
Wow, big news here, guys. China is coming in next week.
It's official. I mean, I feel like whenever you like do the news, I kind of consider it just like, you know, a rumor.
Me too.
But then he announced it, so then fuck. I think it's still as shocking that they actually announced it.
I think so too. I really didn't expect that. So, if you're disappointed, if you're watching along and I spoiled it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been fucking 18 years, so. Well, this is also coming from the fact that Dallas was shocked by a Kimberly Page heel turn that happened 22 years ago. So,
I'd like to point out that was shocking. If you guys go watch it and you've never seen it.
well, we just spoiled it. I mean, there's no.
Well, they didn't know when it is. Spring Stampede.
That's true.
Spring Stampede.
Wow, man, I haven't seen Hector Garza in about 6 minutes.
His knee pads are different. Maybe they're not. Maybe I just wasn't looking at them.
I don't know.
I'm saying they're wearing the same shit. Everyone's wearing the same shit. This was taped after the pay-per-view. Hoovie's drinking so much water because he's like, I just worked 17 matches.
I don't know what was Aguila there doing with his tongue?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Between his tongue and the butt cheek showing, I'm getting some vibes, man.
Yeah. I feel like
yeah, I've never felt this way watching a wrestling show before.
No. But it's starting to question myself.
Yeah, exactly. Bob, can Team NWA pick up the pieces from the shit show of a showing?
Well, I would have to think they. Okay, so what, they're down 5-3, and how many points is it per elimination? Just one?
I think it might be 2.
2. Okay. So.
How sad they
are there points for winning the match as well? Or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, so there's 3. So there's 4 eliminations on each side.
Yeah, essentially.
In order to win it. So they could go down what? They could go down 4-2. 7, 9, 3, 5. Yeah, I think if I'm doing my math right. So do you think AAA is going to get like a 4-on-2 advantage, and then they're just going to be like, oh, look at our comeback?
I think that would, assuming you want your own company's team to win, yeah.
I could see Team NWA losing here.
At this point, so could I.
Because I feel like it's not their A team for the X division, despite what they've said.
They're showing that shit though.
I mean, they don't even have Michael Shane on the team, and he was X division champion for like 6 months. So. Oh, I think the sign that was blurred out was Logan is gay.
Oh. That sign was definitely on the show we watched last week. So interesting that maybe they actually caught it in the taped version and we're like, yeah, take that out.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because that sign
that's the Logan is gay sign.
Yeah, you're right. Because I saw that last week. So we do have a bar at the bottom. We might be keeping track of score during the match, which is nice.
Yeah.
Skipper and Guerrera starting us off here.
Why do I feel like
the juice in prime time?
I feel like Logan probably got in contact with them. Like, guys, can you please blur that out? People are going to know it's me. There's only one Logan here in Nashville, and it's me. So
it's me. Can we stop?
Cut me some slack.
Well, let's see what else I got, Bob. I don't have too many more notes left.
Well, we don't have much time left. We have under 27 minutes left. We're at 26:54 remaining. Or if you're doing it the Dallas Gridley way, we are 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 57 seconds into the show.
Okay, well, let me give you 2 off the bat here. So I know I keep talking about this freaking pay-per-view show. Well, Fort Campbell, Kentucky, we're gonna have this at this base. It's not a done deal. The location is that a surprise with anything here
For April 4th?
For April 4th, it's not a done deal. The plan is to use an airplane hangar converted into an arena. We've talked about this many times, but there's a decent chance that the hangar will need to be used still in April for some military deals. They have a local college gym near Fort Campbell booked as a backup, which won't have the same ambience, but they'll allow soldiers to come in and hopefully would become enough to where you get the same strong atmosphere that they're looking for. So we had a college gym as a backup to an airplane hangar. It's getting kind of messy, Bob. I'm getting a little nervous that this April 4th show ain't looking too hot, man.
Nothing's ever easy for them. Nothing's ever easy for them.
No, it's not.
It's amazing.
Although they're being smart by not talking about it.
They haven't mentioned it one time on TV.
Whereas like Hogan, as soon as you got like a little whiff of it, they were like, guys, Hogan.
Dude, as soon as it was even a maybe, they're like, Hogan's coming.
Guys.
It's gonna be here.
Bound for glory.
Hogan's going to be the NWA champion. I'm telling you. Just tune in. I think it would have made... Oh, my God. Well, we saw that earlier tonight. But that's okay.
It's still impressive seeing it again.
Well, it's different for the crowd because the crowd saw that 2 weeks ago.
That's a good point.
This crowd probably hadn't seen it yet.
That's a really good point. I'm really impressed with everyone wearing the same gear for all of these matches. I'm really impressed.
I'm shocked by the continuity of this show. I'm shocked. I thought like one of them would screw up.
Between the announcers and the gear, between Aguila's thong underneath his
yeah,
his
he's
pants.
even wearing the same thong.
I mean,
that's nuts.
You can't miss it. Look at those cheeks.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, I was gonna say with Hogan though, like if Hogan had actually showed up to the Asylum, I feel like it would have made Hogan look so minor league.
Probably.
Instead of being at the 20,000 seat arena of Madison Square Garden, he's at a 1,200 seat Asylum. He's like, "Hey, listen here, brother."
Or at the Nashville
Municipal
Auditorium. Garza laying kicks on Sabin. And Bob, speaking of things falling apart, things not happening, well, we've talked about this already as well, but there's a plan for the March tape show to be some sort of an IWA versus TNA confrontation, but that's in jeopardy now.
Why is it in jeopardy?
Well, that's because IWA's new deal written about last week, which I don't think we really covered because it's not really about TNA. Which involves Mario Salvaldi, gives the new group exclusive rights to IWA in the U.S. That means that they would have to agree to allow IWA involved with TNA, and nobody knows if they will be given. Since they are marketing their own regular IWA pay-per-view starting on March 1st. So there seems to be a new deal with the company, and they don't know if they're gonna want to do this deal with TNA still.
And that's Puerto Rico, though, right?
Yes.
Dealt with the tilt-a-whirl arm drag to send Negro to the floor, and then a somersault dive to the floor.
No eliminations so far, if you're keeping track.
No, I kind of feel like as if they're going to do, like, as soon as they start doing the eliminations, it's going to be like rapid fire.
I don't really like when they do that. But
I hate when they do that. Well, that was a messed up face buster by Dutt, but you know what? It works. 1, 2, kick out by Negro. Here comes the juicy juice. Overhead belly to belly by Sonjay. That was good.
I think I only have one other very small thing that's not really important at all. And that's that apparently Johnny Fairplay he's signed to write a Survivor gossip column for The Star, and that Alvarez says that we should count how many times there's wrestling and TNA references in it every week.
Is he suggesting it's 0? Or is there going to be a bunch?
Nah, he's probably saying it is. Oh, by the way, that Logan sign was just shown uncensored, so they didn't do a very good job censoring it.
Well, they probably gave up. Do I fucking censored this 80 times? Like, I'm done. I'm done with it.
Oh, Hoovy lands on his feet after that German by Jerry Lynn tilt-a-whirl head scissor. Comes back with backbreaker.
Come on, Posey. Fast count it, Posey. What are we doing? Show your loyalty to the NWA.
Right.
I'm surprised they didn't do a gimmick where there was an NWA referee and then a AAA referee like on the floor, or vice versa, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because there could be that drama.
Garza's down on his knees.
Kicks him. Why does his trunks... I just realized this. The back of his trunk looks like Triple H's logo.
Yeah, it does. It looks like almost identical.
Yeah. Is he trying to say something? Is he at the game?
Oh, they censored it again. And then they flipped it again. And he keeps laughing. Like, he flips the sign and it says it. And he's like, ha, and then he flips it back and it's like a juggle.
I do it quick enough where they're not going to be able to get away from it. Logan, I'm texting you, dude. Are you watching? Oh, my God. Hurricanrana Negro with a frog splash on Skipper. Posey's not counting. Okay, 1, 2.
There we go. That was weird.
Yeah, he just stood there. What is that?
It's like a modified figure 4, kind of.
Or like a modified cloverleaf? Okay, well, now Lynn came in to put like a dragon sleeper, but Skipper's still stuck in it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we got like a chain of submissions here now. The only legal submission here would be on Skipper.
Oh, Sabin springboard foot stomp to
Double
Aguila.
stomps on Aguila.
This match is falling apart. Hoovy just came in with a leg drop to Skipper off the top. Hoovy and Sabin backed into each other. Now they're slapping each other. Whoa, whoa, Woo Nation, Woo Nation. The drop kicks everywhere. Bob, this match is fucking crazy. This is one of the top 5 matches in company history right now.
I wouldn't say that. I don't even know if I'd say this is the best match on the show. So,
oh, God.
let alone top 5 of the company's history. Head scissors off the middle rope by Dutt onto Garza, followed by tilt-a-whirl arm drag.
Jimmy Yang versus Amazing Red from like 2002 was better than this so far.
Yeah, probably.
And why does that match stick out to me? I don't know, but Sonjay Dutt just got eliminated.
Standing moonsault by Garza puts him away. It's 7-3 AAA. Skipper with a missile dropkick. Posey barely got out of the way of it.
Dude, that's so bad. 7-3. AAA leads, that's right. We're at 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 15 seconds. And because we just got the first elimination, Bob, are you ready for this breaking news?
Yeah. Bulldog here by Negro on Skipper.
This one really surprised me, Bob.
Okay.
Don Callis is done as a regular in TNA. He gave notice 3 weeks ago after he accepted a job, which will have him working with international trade for Manitoba.
Oh, Skipper got Negro to tap to his little... He's definitely tapping.
Ring the bell.
Jesus. Okay. Okay, so you're telling me that Callis put in his nose 3 weeks ago, and they still booked it for Eric Watts to lose the power thing? Yeah,
ready? It gets better as Garza clothesline Skipper out of the ring. So it's a 9-to-5 deal, but financially it was an offer that he couldn't pass up. Apparently he offered to put Eric Watts over in his last day, but Jeff Jarrett decided not to tweak 2 months of work storylines. Yes, there is long-term planning in TNA. And just decided to go with what they had originally booked. Since he was on the show last week and they didn't do an injury angle or anything, it will be interesting to see how they're going to make a storyline sense of him no longer being there. Callis told people that he was sad to leave the company, but he learned a lesson about the instability of wrestling from 2001. And at least someone learned that lesson. And it wasn't about to turn down this new job.
Guerrera just hit a hurricane on Sabin off the top rope to the floor onto a pile of the wrestlers. Garza's on the top rope. This isn't going to be safe probably. And corkscrew dive to take everybody out.
Wow.
This match is definitely broken apart. There's no doubt about that. Well, I don't blame Callis for leaving, especially for his reasoning of stability.
Right.
But I think the difference between like ECW and TNA is that ECW didn't have $1 billion corporation behind it, as Garza powerbomb Sabin in the middle of the ring. So the stability is probably a lot better in TNA
Than ECW.
than ECW ever was. Garza missing a moonsault as Sabin's able to roll away. 1, 2. Nope, Garza kicks out.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy? He even offered to put Eric Watts over.
Cradle shock by Sabin.
It's a 3 with the cradle
Garza.
shock.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the whole 2 months worth of storyline would be impacted if Callis lost.
I don't either.
I think Jarrett just wants to be like in control. That's what I think.
Could be.
That's what I really think it comes down to. Like the character, like they just want him to be the guy.
So Bob, we're tied now, 7-7. By the way.
Oh, he almost got Skipper almost got Aguila there on the double springboard moonsault.
Skipper and Aguila. Michael Shane.
I hate Michael Shane.
Wow, he shows up more in the show than I expected.
Yeah. Skipper's laying over Aguila's knees. Juventud hits a leg drop. That's a good way to crack your back. Aguila going to the top rope. His partners aren't even on the apron. They're just he almost Lesnar'd himself. But he hits the shooting star on Skipper for the elimination. So
9-7.
That means we're down to Sabin and Lynn. And then for AAA, what? It's just Juvi and
Aguila.
That explains why the other two aren't on the apron. I'm a moron because it's an elimination match, so they can't be there, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense.
That'll do it.
So wait, so if AAA, if they were to pin either Sabin or Lynn, they essentially win the match, right?
I guess they probably, yeah, right?
Because it's 11-7, right? Or 9-7?
Right now it's 9-7.
So yeah, so if you pin one of them, it'd be 11-7. Well, I guess Lynn or Sabin could pin both of them.
Pin both of them, yeah, could.
It'd be a tie, and then you have your captain's match, right? I guess that all makes sense. There's only 13 minutes and 24 seconds left, so they gotta get these eliminations done quick if there's going to be a captain's match. But that's not a foregone conclusion on the captain part.
Right.
Juvi avoids cradle shock. Going for Juvi driver. Nope. Sabin blocks it. Inside cradle on Juvi. 1, 2. Only 2.
Ooh, Juvi got out.
Oh, Juvi almost gets a roll up on Sabin. The desperation. You can just feel it here at the Asylum.
Come on.
Well, AAA technically isn't really part of the X Division. Double clothesline here by Sabin and the Juvi. Yeah, they're exhausted. They've been wrestling for 3 weeks straight. Come on, Jerry. Get the tag. Come on, Jerry Lynn. Juvi hulking up. Misses a clothesline. Another clothesline.
Cradle
Sabin
shot.
going for a cradle shot. Oh, he spikes him with it. 1, 2. Important to note there, Juvi kicked out at 2, but his shoulders weren't technically down. His
That's
shoulders
just
were
about
on
to say
top
that.
of Sabin's legs. So Posey's not doing his
natural
job.
reaction, dude. Go for the kill shot, Sabin. Let's go.
Cradle shock him off of the middle rope, dude. Let's go. I'm sure he's done that before, right? Or at some point he does a cradle shock off the top rope or middle rope.
Oh, I'm sure.
Uh-oh. Hoovy knocked him off the ropes. He's on the top rope now. Hoovy is looking for the 450, and he missed it.
Oh, he landed on his feet.
Landed on his feet, though. Oh.
Hoovy driver.
No, that's not the Hoovy driver.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, that's like a muscle, almost like a muscle buster, really.
My bad. Jerry Lynn is all by himself, man.
It's 11-7. It's just Lynn against Hoovy and Aguila. The Hoovy driver is when he goes for a sit-out scoop slam.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. I'm just in the moment, man. I'm just sucked in right now.
I get it. Oh, Lynn gets catapulted into the corner. Aguilar's going for like a razor's edge thing. Well, Kryptonite Crunch. Boom. See ya. 1, 2, 3. Lynn pins him. Now we're down to just Lynn and Hoovy. Now Lynn needs to pin Hoovy in order to cause a tie.
Oh, shit.
Skipper and Dutt are on the ramp here, rooting him on. Can Jerry do it?
I don't know, man.
Remember, according to TNA, he's super old. Remember when that came out of nowhere? They're like, remember, guys, he's 38.
Yeah, that's right. They were like, and it was like, why are they mentioning his age?
Who cares? He had just beaten AJ Styles, and it's like, oh, he's old now.
The grizzled vet.
Yeah, it's not like freaking Terry Funk, who's about to be 60. Uh-oh, Hoovy's got a single leg Boston Crab.
Team NWA is up on the stage watching. Team AAA's ringside watching.
Yeah.
You're wrenching back on that half crab.
He's trying real hard to get that submission. Come on, Jerry. Oh, Garza's pulling the rope back. That's cheating. Come on, Posey. Turn around. Nice.
I got it anyway, but he got pulled off. TNA's freaking out. Where's the referee?
Like, the referee's right there. You know what, TNA? Soon enough, you'll probably be the DOA. So you could probably just stand up and be like, nope. Disqualification.
Right.
You know what? He should be the DOA because then there'd be no excuse because he's literally watching everything.
That's a good point. You can't get away with, like, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Not a great looking figure 4 here by Juventud. I'm not really sure if he's got that on right.
Well, that's why I think Lynn. Oh, he got it in now.
Okay.
Because I thought that's why Lynn was trying to help, like, it not be locked in fully.
It still doesn't look like it's on right.
No, I don't think it is. It's a little low, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn turned it over.
Just give up, Hoovy. Oh, Lynn got to the ropes to break it.
Sudden death. If you're watching along at home, we are at 1 hour 44 minutes and 1 hour 50. Oh my God, I'm gonna mess up. 1 hour 45 minutes and 5 seconds.
Now here's the easy way. There's 7 minutes and 37 seconds left in the show.
I was getting confused because I wanted to say the hour 45 minute mark, and I'm yeah.
Oh, TKO, but he can't get him. Hoovy kicks out. Wow.
The Asylum is on their feet. Except that back
nuts.
section that looked like it emptied out because this is after the main event of the
There's
show.
the Hoovy driver.
That's the Hoovy driver. No, you're right. I fucked up. He drove him down before. It's a modified Hoovy driver, but that was the real one, so he's got him.
1, 2. Oh. No, he kicks out.
Fake JB is even doing the hands and everything. Dude's ridiculous over there.
Look at Skipper. He's emotionally invested in this. Sabin's just like, whatever. Okay, go Jerry.
Yeah, that's a good point today. Oh, so if it's a tie,
Oh, it wouldn't even be on the same show.
Oh, wow. So they face off next week if this is a tie. Springboard. Oh. Shit.
1, 2, no power out. I kind of hope that this is a tie because I wouldn't mind seeing Lynn and Hoovy next week. That might add to the show.
Right.
But then again, you're like, my argument too is what was the point of the tournament if you don't finish it in one night?
Agreed. Yeah, I agree with that.
What are they doing? Muscle buster thing? Yeah. Oh, seemed like you might have landed on the shoulder there.
The 911
Hoovy driver?
Okay, so I wasn't completely wrong. Oh,
and that got it. Okay, so Hoovy won. AAA winning the tournament. Jerry looked like he landed on his shoulder on that, like pretty bad too. 13-9, AAA wins.
Wow.
Look at that. TNA not putting their own talent over. You gotta love it.
Well, this is what you do when you have a working relationship.
Yeah, and I mean, and Hoovy getting the last pin. I mean, he's, I would say, probably the most.
Let's see the replay. Oh, dude!
Right on his shoulder. Like that might have fucked him up.
911 Hoovy driver.
Do you think that's a fair statement to say that Hoovy's the most recognizable name out of everybody in that match?
Yes. Antonio Pena is like, yeah, we did it. Oh, no, Bob. You hear that? That's Jeff Jarrett's music.
You know what? Of course. Listen here, slap nuts. Uh-oh.
He's talking about Mike TNA come in the damn ring right now. Way to interrupt the celebration.
That's funny. These guys just wrestle. Well, not really one night, but they just wrestled for an hour and 50 minutes. And he's like, get the fuck out of my ring. Time for me to take over. Jeff Jarrett calling in probably the next DOA. We have 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in the show.
TNA, get up in this ring right now. Look how shocked he looks. Don Callis.
He's like, what? He's like all confused. Like, what? What do you? And now he's got a scowl. What do you want? What do you want, Jeff?
I'm going to ask you this question, and you better give me the answer I want. Who is the new NWA Director of Authority?
Sting.
He says, I have no idea. You want to bet fucking $20? It's Dusty Rhodes, Bob.
Oh.
Just thought about that.
That would explain Dustin.
Yeah. Okay, so Jeff Jarrett's saying, I'm giving you a choice, an opportunity. And you can either tell me or you cannot tell me or you'll be breaching your contract. Don West is saying he doesn't know. For 4 months, you've made my life a living hell.
That's a monumental amount of time.
Has it really only been 4 months? Because I feel like it's been the past almost 2 years now. You don't know that I live for this. I fly in from Las Vegas, Nevada to Nashville, Tennessee every week. Because I love this.
He should have said he drives, not flies.
That would have been good.
Well, that never happened today. They never went to the top.
Hey. Knock it off.
I do love how, like, for every year for a while, they're like, we're growing, so we're close, guys. We're close.
They did do that. Okay, one final opportunity. If you don't tell me. You egotistical, overbearing son of a... You don't have the balls. You don't have the balls to fire me, Jarrett.
Just make up a name today. Just say it's Glacier, and he'd be like, "What?"
Oh. The crowd's going nuts right now.
This is one of the hottest feuds in TNA right now.
Oh, fuck, Bob. He just fired Mike Tenay.
Well, he had the balls to do it. Tenay's like, shit. Okay, well, I guess I gotta leave now.
Guess I don't have to fly in from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah. I can stay with my family. You're fired. Look at that. He's like, wow, you did it. You fired me.
Wow, dude. This is some big news here at the end of the show.
Overplayed your hand tonight. Is he? Oh, he can't even say goodbye to his friend, Don. No, Don's like, no, please.
Oh my God, that's sad. That's so sad.
I can't do play-by-play.
They're sending him out. He couldn't even say goodbye to his buddy.
At least he's going. At least they're escorting him backstage and not through the crowd or something.
You egotistical bastard.
Don, be careful. You could be next. Well, there you go. Mike Tenay doing the over-the-shoulder look back, like, are you sure you want to fire me? Okay, I guess I'm gone. I won't be back. Jarrett's really happy with himself.
That's how you get something done around here.
Well, and that wraps it up. 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 46 seconds. All right, so Dallas, here's the thing.
Yeah.
That show did not drag along as much as I was anticipating.
I agree with that. There's a couple moments where I was like, wow, I feel like I just saw these guys wrestle, because I did.
Right.
So I was certainly aware of what was going on.
Yeah.
But I agree. It wasn't as like, I don't know. I expected it to be a little bit more painful than it was.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to agree with that. When it comes to if I can give the show a thumbs up or not, it's a very tough question. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with thumbs in the middle, average show again. I think for me it was just too repetitive.
Yeah, I think honestly I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'd probably be tilting up a little bit because the action was good. So for me, it's a little like bonus, but strictly because of how repetitive it was, I think that's where for me, it's kind of like, well, if it had some other stuff on it, some different talent, maybe another matches is what I mean by that, then I think I'd feel differently. Because I think that if you haven't seen it, and you know what, and you love some lucha and some X Division, you'll probably enjoy the show. So I think it's worth the watch. But once again, be prepared because you're going to see the same guys wrestle a lot.
Yeah. I can't say like I hate anybody wrestling. It's just, how many times can you see the same arm drag by like Aguila or whatever. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, I don't think it was a bad show, but I don't think it was like that match at the end. I'm sorry. It was not top 5 in company history so far. I really don't think so.
Not even close.
I think that strictly is coming from there did a lot of high spots. And maybe if you did watch that match by itself, like Bob was saying, maybe there's something there.
Yeah, the context of it all. If you watch it separately, maybe you'll enjoy it. But when you're watching the same guys wrestle for 2 hours in separate matches, it probably is going to hinder the experience a little bit. So.
Yeah, and I think it probably did a little bit, but it was fine. It was a lot of hot action. I ain't complaining about that.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable main event, and I enjoyed Juvi and Sabin again.
Yes, I think that was probably the highlight of the show for me, to be honest, and it was the opening match.
Yeah, and I will say too, like the Tenay stuff at the end is really setting up next week's episode pretty well too, because it's like, oh shit, well, who's going to be the play-by-play guy?
I do like that we did do a decent setup for next week, even though this is essentially a filler show, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we had at least we had a little build up for it. Well, very little, but at least there was something more than the last Super X Cup.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, China doll.
Yeah. She'll be here next week, apparently.
On Johnny Fairplay's show, which should just be great because we love Johnny Fairplay.
Yeah, probably the best signing TNA's had thus far is Johnny Fairplay from Survivor.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Fantastic. All right, Dallas, you have anything else? Remember, next week is the return of Raven, too.
That's right. Raven is back next week, which I'm extremely excited about. I think that's probably I'm even more excited about that. I miss Raven a lot, so I'm excited that he'll be back. But no, I don't think I do. I do. I'll leave a little teaser, a little cliffhanger at the end here. There's a pretty interesting thing that happened after today's show that I don't think we're ever going to see, but I think it's kind of a fun note. So we're going to talk about that next week in the beginning of the show. So I think it'll be fun.
Great. I gotta wait. I gotta wait a whole week now to know what the hell you're talking about.
Gotta wait a whole week. It's not as mind blowing as China or Don Callis leaving, but I think it's a fun little tidbit that happened and some stuff that's a look into our future a bit.
All right.
So we'll see.
Well, there's a lot going on here in TNA. There's a bunch of questions. There's a bunch of people coming in, and it all continues next week. Until then, for Dallas Gridley, I'm Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line Podcast.